Tonight from the campus of Washington State University, some Evergreen State bragging rights on the line. The Washington State Cougars welcoming in the Seattle U Redhawks to Beasley Coliseum in what should be a fun one. Alongside PJ Carlissimo, I'm Trevor Williams, and PJ, for these two teams, they know each other so well. Their coaches used to work with one another at Eastern Washington. It all sets up for a fun matchup tonight.
Yeah, it really does. And you got two coaches you mentioned know each other very well. What's interesting is kind of their bent. One, offense, fire up threes. The other one does it defensively. So we got a really good matchup of contrasting styles.
Yeah, they must have been used to being on opposite sides of the scout. For Washington State, they're coming off a tremendous three-point shooting game. The Cougars were hitting them from all over.
Well, no surprise. 5 different Cougars filled it up for them. They had 16 threes against Pepperdine. You were here Saturday afternoon. There's Ruhart Favors right there. He had 4, Ace Glass 4, Simon Hildebrand 5. So they were raining him down from all over Beasley Coliseum.
Offensive game this season was tremendous shot blocker a year ago, but really a dual threat as he gets a pass through a tight window from Emily Alaho and stuffs it. He's at 7 threes on the year, 50% from the floor. Andy Okafor steps back to his right around Austin Maurer for the bucket.
Maurer turned the corner and get an easier shot.
Ace Glass out to Rahards. Favors for a triple. At Washington State, they're hoping to see more of this. Turnover there from Will Heimbrodt. Rahards Favors pulls the trigger on another 3, and he's got 2 early for Washington State.
Well, he's picking up right where
Simon Hildebrand, shot clock low. Coming off a career-high 19 points, and he hits his first shot tonight.
Yeah, June Suk-Yo was in good position.
36 made in his career. Andrea Rodriguez, a stop and go to Simon Hildebrand, wide open from the corner, and he can't miss right now. 15 of his last 30.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. It took a little while. The Canadian who's played at University of Manitoba. And
side to Emmanuel Ugbo. Ugbo coming off his first double-figure scoring game in WCC play. Shoulders June Suk-Yo, and then Seattle U daring him to shoot. Skip pass all the way over to Parker Garretts. He just gets it off in time, and it's a 2 for Parker Garretts. He's had such a nice jump from last year to this year, right? As we see him bounce it off to Huron Dan, who's blocked.
I think Will Heimbrought's one of the most improved players.
Parker Garrett's off the handoff from Andy Okafor. A shovel to Rahards Favors. Oh, he pays it off with a 3, yes, though, gets away with it. Yalaho back to his left off the glass for 2.
Really nice footwork, and then the finish with the left hand. Chris Victor, cement.
Washington State is shooting 77% from the floor. 7-0 run for the Cougars. 10-point lead here on ESPN+. They have cut that 10-point Washington State lead in half. Another pass threaded inside Emmanuel Ugbo against the contact, and he'll have a look at 3.
Opportunities.
June Suk-Yo picks up the foul there.
Good job cutting the deficit to 3.
They have a 7-zip advantage in second chance points. Rahards Favors, nice cut behind JoJo Murphy to get open, and Favors has 11. Over to Favors with a little space on the wing for 3. Favors has his 4th of the first half. Yalaho inside to Okafor. Okafor a shoulder into Huron Dan. And Andy Okafor now has 6 in the first half. Braden Maldonado just 2 points so far, averages 15 a game. Little hurried scoop shot there.
He thought he was going to get the foul call.
Favors up ahead, he's got the lay-in, and he's got 16 in the first half.
Consolidate and get back in it. Rodriguez with a nice look. Favors again moving without the ball.
Andy Okafor trying to get to work out of the double team. Ace Glass, could these be his first points? Yes, a 3-pointer for Ace Glass.
Puts his hands together. And we talked in the first half how he's a shot blocker.
Andy Okafor wants to take him. Okafor, how about that shot? That's a little different. Move on Andy Okafor, who's a great shot blocker. Second in the WCC, 31 block shots this year. Ace Glass starting to feel it now. He's got 5 points all in the second half. Andrea Rodriguez Gets it back from Manuel Ugbo. Elbow pull up for Rodriguez off the high bounce.
Yeah, I was going to say he stopped looking for his shot. Well, as long as Endy's in the game, the matchup's not quite as challenging.
Ace Glass, long two.
Tough shot, too. Good elevation.
It's from underneath. Endy Okafor rising up at the free throw line. He's hit a couple of those here in the second half. Endy Okafor calls for it inside. Okafor spins away from the double team to Ace Glass out of the corner pocket for three.
Wow, how about the big guy was a foot away from the basket.
Ace Glass inside to Endy Okafor. Braden Maldonado's back in with 4 fouls, and Endy Okafor, easy finish over the top of some smaller bodies.
If you lose a lead, our turnovers or missed free throws.
To the corner, Rahards Favors with a hand in his face, hits another one for Favors, and then the turnover.
That pass by Rodriguez, that was a nice cross-court pass there. Steve Lavin's team is getting better also, and he plays, he's like fifth. Oh, nice job. Textbook press offense right there. There's still a decent amount of time on the clock.
Will Heimbrodt. Braden Maldonado blocked by Emily Alajo, gets it back, misses the putback. Tip almost went for Austin Maurer. From beyond the arc for Seattle U, saved by the Redhawks on a hustle play from JoJo Murphy. Junseok Yo off the mark, up ahead. Dio Blakely with the clock running out. The shot won't count. The crowd doesn't care. Washington State wins it by 12 tonight, 70-58 over Seattle U.
Very solid, impressive win by Washington State, and particularly in terms of turning around what had been a problem the first time these two teams met. Washington State addressed it, did a really good job, and continued improvement. Endy Okafor, that's got to be, I think, the best thing that David Riley will take out of tonight, how far he continues to improve.
Yeah, best defensive game of the year for Washington State in terms of points allowed. First time they've held an opponent under 60 this season. And David Riley and the Cougars have back-to-back victories. They're trying to get some good vibes rolling as they get back to 500 in WCC play.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they play the way they played tonight, particularly if they get scoring from other people, we know they're capable of doing the three-point shooting. They did a good job posting up Endy Okafor. Endy Okafor showed how difficult it's going to be to try and defend him. So a lot of positive things.